In this video, I'm going to share with you what has become one of my favorite tools for strength training, and that is this. This is a 130-pound lifting stone that I made for $20. So it's very basic in concept, very quick and easy to make, but incredibly effective at developing power, strength, and coordination. So all this is 3 bags of gravel that I purchased at a hardware store and then wrapped together with duct tape. So the first step in the process was to shake the bags to settle them, and then to tape down the remaining loose plastic so that each was nice and firm. Now you could potentially leave it a little looser if you want a slightly less stable object. This one for me is perfect because there's a little bit of give, a little bit of shift, but it's still a very solid stone. And then all you do is wrap them in tape. Now you're going to want to wrap kind of a grid in 2 directions and then wrap around more chaotically to give it structure, make everything stick together. But the beauty of this is it's almost a hybrid between something like an atlas stone, which is a very idealized smooth shape, and something like a sandbag, which is going to shift and change shape a lot. This is almost more like simulating a naturalistic stone, where it's kind of an odd object lift because each side is shaped a little bit different. It's a little bit awkward to grab. There are different angles you can grab it at, which each has trade-offs. So the beauty of this and strongman style training in general over a barbell is there's more neurological engagement, both in the sense that it takes actual thought, deciding how am I going to lift this, am I going to shift it between different parts of the lift, but also for stabilization and reaction. This object doesn't always move the way you want it to because there are rounded surfaces and shifting, and you're always going to be a little off on the angle you apply force. You're going to have to react to it. If you try to get it to your shoulder and you miss, you have to react to it falling down and find the best way to catch it. So this is amazing training. It builds a very athletically useful kind of reactive power. Much like an Olympic lift, the shouldering motion I'm going to show you is very similar to something like a clean, because you're having to do several motions in sequence and you have to do it very quickly. You can't slowly lift a stone like this to your shoulder. So I'll be showing that movement at the end of this video. Each of these bags weighs a bit over 40 pounds, so this is about a 130-pound bag. For me, this is really the sweet spot. I'm currently at a body weight of about 190 pounds. That's about 85 kilos. So this is a little bit under 70% of my body weight. So just as a frame of reference. But if you're a more novice strength trainer, you might want to start with 2 bags or find some way of putting a lighter material in the center of the lifting stone. And of course, if you're stronger, you might want to add another bag. Now, the interesting dynamic to a tool like this is adding another bag also changes the balance and the gripping options. But I do plan to build a 4-bag version very soon, and I'm looking forward to that. That'll be very interesting to play with. It'll be closer to my actual body weight. Ideally, I'd like to have one that weighs the same as me because I'm very interested in grappling, and I like the idea of learning to manipulate an object that's roughly the same weight as me. So there are a variety of things you can do with an object like this, but your bread and butter main lift is going to be shoulder loading. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab the stone on the ground and get it to your shoulder. I'm going to be showing you the basic way of doing that now. I might try to put together a video in the future of supplementary exercises you can do with this to get a more well-rounded development, but the main thing with this tool is lifting it onto your shoulder. So now I'm going to demonstrate a basic 2-part shoulder load using this stone from a couple of different angles. So to start off, you're going to set up like you're going to deadlift the stone. Of course, it'll be much more like a deficit deadlift. You're going to have to get really low. I do recommend having a very solid barbell deadlift before you try this. You really need to trust your back, and as long as you have good lifting form though, this is perfectly safe. What we're going to be doing is loading this stone onto our thighs, turning it because this stone has a rounded side, and we're going to take advantage of the shape of the stone. So we're going to turn it sideways, get a good grip, and we're going to roll it up the torso and catch it on the shoulder. So put together, that looks something like this. Put your feet on either side of the stone, reach down and get a nice strong grip with your hands underneath the stone. Square your shoulders up over your hands. Get your hips nice and low, lats firmly engaged to keep the shoulders strong and stable. Pull, lift, turn, get a solid grip, and get ready to explode up and catch the weight. And that's it. That's the basic shoulder load. To get it down, we do that motion in reverse. So lay it down the torso, catch it on the knees, turn it, and that's that. Now I'm going to do that again from a front-facing view to give you another angle. From here, you can of course also squat. So you clean it up to your shoulder, squat, squat it back up, pull it down, turn it, and that's that. It's a great exercise. It engages your full body. I'm already a little bit winded just from a couple reps demonstrating on this video. So this tool will get you a lot of mileage, very minimalist, very cheap. You can use it anywhere. You don't need any special setup, don't need a squat rack. So even if this is all you have, you can get in really good shape with a tool like this.